All right, earlier in the night, Gerald, we had a pretty good nickname fight, Superman versus Wolfman. This one is going to beat it, I think. Matt Leonard, Jiu-Jitsu Jesus, squaring off against Salvatore Schiro, the Sicilian Zombie. Jiu-Jitsu Jesus, Sicilian Zombie. One of them's going to rise from the dead and win the title tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how those two shake out myself.
Yeah, that is some excellent stuff. There is the tail of the tape right there between Schiro and Leonard. And yes, that Schiro name, a familiar one. Dante Schiro, the older brother of Salvatore Schiro. Dante's gone on to good things. We have seen a lot of chosen few guys. Mark Lemminger, Alex Polizzi, Dante Schiro getting off in Bellator, LFA, Alex Gilpin into the Professional Fighting League on ESPN. Lots of guys that have moved on, and this is the next wave coming through. And Sal Schiro, one of those guys that we're looking at, but for him to make his name, he's going to have to get by a guy like this guy right here, Matt Leonard. So there is the Jiu-Jitsu Jesus. Now let's check out the Sicilian Zombie.
And his opponent making his way to the cage, fighting out of the red corner, Salvador, the Sicilian Zombie, Schiro.
There is Sal Schiro, yes, of the Fighting Schiros out of Madison, La Follette, east side of Madison, and these guys can wrestle. We definitely know that, and we know that Schiro trying to make a name for himself aside from his brothers and his dad and all the wrestling greats that have the Schiro name, now trying to do it on his own and win a strap of his own here tonight. Both guys with identical 3-1 records. I'm very excited about this one. This one should be really good. There's Sal Schiro making his way up into the cage. We go back to Ken Bostetter.
And there's that 170-pound strap. Three-minute rounds in this championship fight, brought to you by Subs.com. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a freestyle fighter, standing. Weighing in at 170 pounds, he has a record of 3 victories against 1 defeat. Fighting out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, representing Nova Gyms, Matt Jiu-Jitsu Jesus Leonard. Standing across the cage in the red corner, this man also is a freestyle fighter. Weighing in at 170 pounds, holding a record of 3 victories against 1 defeat. Fighting out of Madison, Wisconsin, representing chosen few, Salvador, the Sicilian Zombie, Schiro.
Leonard and Schiro, Jiu-Jitsu Jesus and the Sicilian Zombie. Here we go, 170-pound amateur title on the line here at Chosen Few Fighting Championships number 19. And here we go.
Should be an interesting stylistic matchup because we have Schiro, who's a wrestler, just caught a big shot. Matt Leonard started at the Marquette University Jiu-Jitsu Club as a freshman, graduated as a senior, and was the club president. So we have the wrestling of Schiro versus the jiu-jitsu of Matt Leonard, and so far, Leonard being the aggressor in this fight, landing a big right hand early.
And Schiro lost his mouth guard from a big right hand from Leonard as they stop momentarily for him to get it back in, and they are back at it. Both guys striking as Schiro trying to follow up with some lefts. Good kick there by Leonard.
Yeah, and Leonard showing some good striking for a jiu-jitsu practitioner. Schiro throwing back some big hooks, but Leonard staying a good defensive or a good posture, offensive and defensive, high guard coming in, good straight punches, using his length. And Schiro right now just kind of trying to figure out the timing and the range of Leonard.
Good 1-2 again coming from Leonard, as Leonard looking good on his feet right now. Both guys throwing at the same time, but Leonard getting the better of the exchange once again. Good right hand.
And now Leonard lost his mouth guard.
Both guys landing good shots here in the first round. As Schiro now with another left follows it up with the right. Don't think that one caught flush, and now Leonard going to get a chance to get his mouth guard in.
So I think the big difference we see so far on the feet, Leonard throwing more straight down the middle punches with authority. Schiro looking for the bigger looping punches, which is why so far it's looked like Leonard has been landing the greater volume. But now as we see Leonard kind of straying from that, Skiro's coming back, and he's starting to find his range a little bit better. Still got an edge for Leonard so far.
Gotta agree with that. Leonard getting the better of this exchange right now, but there's a good solid left jab from Schiro. That jab actually has got a little bit of power behind it. I was actually expecting Schiro to try to take this one to the mat early and use a lot of that wrestling ability, but been a lot of boxing out of Schiro so far.
Right, and here we see, he gets a hold of the head, he's in the clinch. And instead of looking to take down, he actually throws a really good left hook and lands at a good spot, but Leonard wearing it very well. Another thing Leonard's doing well is he's landing those leg kicks. He's mixing it up, going up top, throwing at the legs, probably trying to slow down Schiro so he can't get the clean takedown. But, if I'm in Skiro's corner, I'm asking him to pressure forward, clinch, dirty box, threaten takedowns at the very least to take some of the sting off the striking from Leonard, who seems to be pretty solid so far.
Yeah, and those kicks, man, you could hear them all the way through the arena. They have been echoing off the walls. Sold out crowd, loving what they're seeing so far and loving some good defense by Schiro.
I don't know why Leonard shot right there. Schiro immediately goes for a choke. Leonard smart to get back up. Maybe there was a little bit of a taunt, and Leonard wanted to see if he could get it to the ground and get a finish, but trying to wrestle with Schiro, not always good on.
Yeah, that is not going to work out, I think, too well for him. So good first round in the books. We are back for round number 2 of this 170-pound amateur title fight here on TVW.
Thought it was a TLC match.
There we go, round number 2 now.
Cheers,
Schiro and Leonard. Good first round. A lot of striking in that first round. Not a lot to the match. You do see when they do go to grappling, Schiro really, is an accomplished wrestler and knows how to do that once, the guys hook up.
Right, and so far he just hasn't been able to close the distance that well. Leonard using his length, really hitting at the end of his reach very well, and Schiro kind of backing off when Leonard strikes. He might just have to get out tight, high guard and eat some of that to work his way in, throw that big looping hook just to clinch and try to close that distance. But so far, like I said, Leonard staying on the outside. Solid shots, good push kicks, leg kicks, stuff like that. Fake the shot, come back up with a right hand.
Good
and
right hand.
Dominating so far.
Followed up with a left, and now another right, and Skiro's in trouble.
Oh,
Got
he's
caught
out.
by
He's
a
out.
left,
He's
and
out.
that's it. He is knocked out as Leonard was able to size him up with a couple of rights and lefts, and he knocks Schiro out and will take the 170-pound title on strikes. Holy cow. That was some good boxing there from Matt Leonard, and it caught Schiro, and he is out on the mat. A big win for Matt Leonard. We will get the replay and the official decisions after this on TVW. Checking out the replay on this, it was a right that pushed Schiro back, and then after that, up against the cage, Powell was a right to the chin, and then Schiro won out. It was a left, but a right that finished him, and you could actually see the light go out.
Yeah, he got him against the fence, and it wasn't super pretty technique. He just saw he had his chance. He let the hands go, and he got the knockout.
So Leonard with a good fury is going to earn him the strap here tonight, as both amateur titles on the line. Neither went the way of the chosen few, but good representation out of Nova Gyms from Matt Leonard, who is known as Jiu-Jitsu Jesus. We saw a lot more boxing from him than we actually saw of jiu-jitsu, but whatever works, and that was a good strategy, it seemed like, against a very accomplished wrestler that is in Schiro.
Absolutely.
So they're still checking on Schiro here, so they're going to make sure that he's okay before they go ahead and do the official decisions, as he is still on the stool right now. It was a little bit wobbly when he went to the stool. He got caught pretty good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for these two warriors. Your referee, Tom DeValis, has called a halt to this contest. 50 seconds of round number 2, declaring your winner by knockout, Matt Jiu-Jitsu Jesus Leonard. He is the new 170-pound amateur champion. All right, come on in here, Matt. Matt, I got to tell you, it was an entertaining fight. It looked like you were leading the charge on the hands, but he's a strong guy.
Yeah, he gave up a better fight than my last guys, but he's still not on the level.
Well, when you landed that first strike there in the beginning and the end, did you think you had it? Did you think that he was going to crumble, or did you think he was going to take it?
I could see it in his eyes. I rocked him a few times, but he was going down. I could see it in his eyes.
Well, I got to tell you, man, it was an excellent fight. You're a very good fighter, and I look forward to seeing you again. Matt Jiu-Jitsu Jesus Leonard.
Leonard wins the strap at 170. We got our 2 professional fights coming up next. Devin, the Pitbull Sights, will be featured in our next fight on TVW.